today's video, I wanted to show you my R2 unit. But before I get into that, I wanted to say thank you for stopping by my page or my channel and watching me. It really, really means a lot to me. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, this R2 unit, I had created, or I shouldn't say created, I built, I want to say maybe a month or so ago, or 2 months ago roughly. And boy, was that a journey. It was incredible. Like, just to say off the bat, I wouldn't recommend this for anybody that's like really young or immature because there's a lot that needs to go into creating these. There's a lot of little intricate pieces and intricate details that need to be created, and it took me 17 hours to build it, and then it took me an additional 5 hours to actually take it apart and then have to put it back together because I put in a piece wrong. So with this, you can't have any distractions or be someone that doesn't complete the work, because I mean, like I said, the maturity that it takes to construct one of these, plus with all the little pieces, I wouldn't recommend it for a little kid. I mean, I honestly wouldn't recommend it for a lot of adults, because a lot of people that I've spoken to, when I let them know that I was building this, they were like, I can't see how you can do it. They don't have the patience for it. They just didn't have, you know, what they needed to do it. But this R2 unit, I absolutely adore. A lot of emotional energy went into this thing, especially after having to redo it. Because basically what ended up happening was, well, you know, I'll just show you within the book itself. So this first portion of the book, it's basically like a tribute and talking about it being the Lucasfilm's 50th anniversary, and just kind of giving you a little bit of tidbits and information about it itself, and then it goes straight into the build. Well, roughly around page 44, which is up here, was basically where I had installed a part wrong. So then I continued all the way through the build to about this far in, when I finally discovered that I had inserted it backwards, so it wasn't going to function properly. So I had to go through the entire like back end of the book all the way to the front to figure out exactly how to pull it apart. And I'm telling you, I was almost in tears with this. It was insane. But yeah, he's super cool. He's super adorable. It actually also comes with this little 50th anniversary plaque here, and it has a little R2 on it. So I added the little green and red because I thought it was just funny. But let me show you what he actually does. So right up back here, actually, you have this part that's built, and that's the part for his little antenna. And then up towards the front, I'm going to spin him very carefully, because even now, his pieces still sometimes fall apart. There you go. Okay, so this little piece right here also removes. So you're able to remove that piece. And then inside, I hope it doesn't fall apart. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, so inside you see the little lightsaber. So this one is actually very small parts that you have to put together as well. But let me put that back in there. So yeah, so that's his little secret compartment for the lightsaber. Then it also has these little doors up front here, which back here, let me spin him around carefully, you push these little things in forward into it, and then you see, parts always fall off. Anyway, so let me go ahead and show you the little doors. So here it pops out his little I guess it goes from like a little laser, because he's used it to cut things open and I don't know, zap people and stuff. So, and then the other side is his actual little like wrench thing. So he has his little tools and gadgets in there as well. So the part actually for this function here is where the mechanism that I accidentally put in backwards. So I had to go through this whole side here, and it was a nightmare, but I love him. He's adorable. But I would definitely say not to, you know, like, not to manhandle him in any way, because he does fall apart really easily. And let me just put that little piece back in there. There we go. So I'm going to take off his top piece. Now his top piece actually just sits and balances right on top of this piece, so it can actually swivel. So let me flip this upside down. Hopefully it doesn't break apart. But if you can see right in the center, that's where the little part goes to balance on there. And don't fall off. And so you would just basically place it right on top, and it allows his head to move side to side. And then he also does move a bit like this as well. So you can lean him, and you can lean him back. So yeah. So it took, like I said, roughly 17 hours for me to build it. I would have been completed at that point if I wouldn't have made that small mistake, which ended up being a total of 22 hours. So with this project, this isn't one of those projects that, you know, you can just slough off. You know, you have to have focus. And I mean, you know, if you have like relaxing music that you want to play that's not going to be too much of a distraction, you can play something like that while you're building. But you can't have the TV going. You can't try watching like like binge watching a show at the same time that you're doing this, because there's so many intricate pieces that you don't want to mess up on. But ultimately, I love him. I think he's absolutely adorable. I'm definitely looking forward to doing some more Lego stuff, some builds and stuff. But being that I already had him built and I didn't record it, which is kind of a good thing I didn't, because I probably wouldn't have been able to put it on YouTube because it's a little too colorful. The language is a little too colorful for what I want to put out there. But yeah, he's awesome. So if you can ever get your hands on one and you have the patience and the ability to build it without any issues and can be pretty much zen about it, I think you should do it. You should go for it. But yeah, so this is my R2 unit, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye.